What is up, boys? How you guys doing? Today's a little bit of a different one. Today it's early in the morning. I'm recording. It's not the afternoon. It's actually 6:47 in the morning, as you can see. Sunday, 12th of January. So yeah, 6:47 in the morning. I've done my morning routine, like planned my day, journaled, meditated, prayed to God, the usual. And like a lot of guys, I've realized like they'll do this kind of stuff in the week, but on the weekend they'll slack. And like I was doing this as well. I was slacking. Like I would wake up like at 7 on the weekend, when realistically, unless I needed to catch up on sleep like I did on Friday night, because it was the first week back at school, so I lost a bit of sleep. So I tried to catch up on some sleep, but unless you're trying to catch some sleep, every single day should be the same. There should be some, unless you have like an event or like something personal going on, like every single day should be the same. You should be waking up and going to sleep at the same time. Because first of all, it maintains your circadian rhythm, and second of all, it's just that discipline and not getting out of that habit, because a habit's so easy to break. Like it takes like 2 days to build a habit of not doing it, which is crazy, and it takes like 46 to build a habit. So that's wild. But yeah, do you see what I mean? It's so easy to get out of that, and you gotta treat every day like Monday. Like I've seen a quote somewhere, it was like every day is Monday, and like that is so true. Every single day is like Monday, if you know what I mean. Every single day, it doesn't matter if it's a Friday night or a Monday night, you should be doing what you'd be doing either way. Not like if it's a Friday night, doesn't mean you need to go out. Like go out, that means that, I'm not saying you shouldn't go out or anything, but I'm just saying like stop viewing things for how society views them for what they are, and how you like what it actually is. It's just an evening. Like yeah. But let's get into the video. Action defeats all. All of your dreams and goals on the other side of taking action. Every single thing in your life is determined by your choice of taking action. And it's so simple. People are overcomplicating every single thing, like in their lives. They're overthinking, they're over planning. Just take the action, bro. It's so simple. I may plan my shit, but I take the fucking action. All you've got to do is just take action. It's so simple. Like everyone's like worrying, but what if it doesn't work out? Well, have you even started, bro? Like what? Like, oh, what if it doesn't work, bro? You haven't even taken the first step or the first few steps to even have that thought. Like people are already pre-planning and preempting their future before they even take the first step. That's like expecting a baby to like run. No, you just gotta start by taking action. Like, I mean, people get, and when they, because people are so complacent nowadays that taking action is so hard. Like they complain about the smallest things, so when they actually have to do hard tasks, it's like impossible to them. I'm just saying, I'm not comparing this to you, I'm comparing this to the average person. If you ask the average person, I'm not saying a cold shower's the be all and end all of hard tasks, but if you ask an average person to go to a cold shower, they probably would be like, no, I can't do that. It's too cold for me. I like the warmth while I scroll on my phone. Like, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying like it's that mindset. So I'm sure you guys can easily do it. Like it's breaking down that belief system, realizing that it's nothing. It's just a shower. It's just a shower for 3 minutes in the morning. And I'm not saying like okay, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna say I'm not saying, because that's what I am saying. But a cold shower isn't the hardest of tasks. But if you've never taken that action before, you'll realize that. You'll realize that. But if you haven't taken that action, then you'll realize you won't know anything about it, and you'll be like, "Oh, it's so hard" or something. Because people are just so scared to take action, and it all stems down from your fear, and like fear of failure, fear of like not working out, or fear of people judging you. You've got to break down those fears. But I'm gonna tell you right now that if you ignore that fear, and you understand where that fear comes from, and choose to ignore it anyway, and you take that step, you're gonna be so glad. And I'm glad I did that, because like a lot of times people are living their lives in accordance to other people, and that's just messed up, man. Living your life in accordance to what other people think, what other people are doing, in accordance to what everyone else is thinking, is so messed up. And like the reason I'm recording this video isn't just for like you guys, it's for myself too, because I need to take action. Like when I was like meditating this morning, I was thinking, because on a Sunday I go on a run, and like, you know, if you're in the UK, it's freezing outside right now. Like anyway, it's like -1 right now. It was like -5 yesterday, which is crazy for the UK. But yeah, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be so cold. I don't want to go on a run later. Well, like as I'm like reading or meditating, and then I'm thinking, first of all, I'm not even living in the present. I'm just like thinking about the future when there's no point in doing that. It's just gonna cause more distress. And I cut that out, and I was realized, why should I have that lazy mindset of taking that action? I want this. Like I want the success. So why would I have that complacent and lazy mindset towards doing okay, I don't like running. I'll be honest. I don't like running, but I do it anyway because that's why I do it, because I don't like it. So the thing is, like, why should I even have that complacent and lazy mindset when that's not going to help me? That's not going to help me succeed in taking action. If anything, I should just detach any emotions or preemption, if that's a word, like instead of preempting how I'm going to feel or even attaching how I feel to that task, and just do it anyways. And a lot of that comes down to stoicism and just ignoring how you feel and doing the task anyway. Because I say stoicism a lot in my videos. I don't think that's the correct word. I think that's just it's a philosophic term, and a lot of times like people just like, not a lot of times actually, stoicism, I'll get into it. So stoicism, like, is I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great philosophy. I don't think it's the original philosophy for that kind of I don't think that it's the original philosophy for that kind of behavior, as in like enduring as a man and enduring and like controlling your emotions. So I feel like that's kind of all in my like culture, in my religion, it's like being around in Vedic philosophy. But you know, that's just, stoicism is just more popular. So I'll use stoicism as a term. But yeah, so stoicism, I feel like that comes down with taking the action, because people, like I was saying, they attach a lot of emotion to the task because people are emotional. I'm not saying emotional isn't bad. I don't think being emotional is bad. As a man, you want to be emotional, but it depends in what sense, in what aspect. So I would love to be emotional around the people I care about. Emotional as in being happy and caring and loving. I'd love to be that. I'd love to be around that with my family, like just people like my friends. I'd love to be like that. But I wouldn't want to be like, what's the word? Emotional again. Yeah, like attach my emotions to something when it's a task, and like again going on a run. Like if I attach who I am, if you attach who you are and I attach who I am to a task, then you're not viewing the task for what it is. If I attach who I am to the run, I may not be the best runner, but if I attach that to the run, I'm less likely to do it. Do you get what I mean? So say like I hate running, but if I view running as something I hate, yeah? No, I don't hate it. I don't like running. So if I attach running, my thought of not liking running to like doing the actual run, I'm less likely to do it because I have that. I'm attaching, instead of viewing it to just being, okay, I'm doing a 5 kilometer run like I've done in the past. Simple. That's it. It's just a run. People ran their whole lives. Our ancestors ran to hunt food. So simple. It's just a run. It's a part of our human nature. So boom, broken down using first principle reasoning, understanding it's just a run, not holding any biases towards the run, even if I don't like it, and you just take that action. It's simple as that. It's so simple. Just take that action. Like, and it's just all comes down to like having a why, because taking action is so much simpler. Not when you have that one thing on your mind. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm so focused. I know I'm kind of like crazy right now. Like it's kind of early, so I'm not really used to talking this early, but like I've got one thing on my mind, and this is all I care about. The only thing I dedicate my time and my world towards to is my one purpose, and I feel like that should be every guy, no matter what you're doing. If it's anything, you should have one thing on your mind, and you should strive towards that until you achieve it, and that nothing else matters to me. Like, not, bro. Like, I mean, I can't lie. I did make a mistake last night. Like, I don't really like scroll on my phone. Like, I wasn't even logged into my personal TikTok account until like the other day for like 2 weeks, because I just don't really use TikTok besides like business use. But I was like on Instagram, like reels, when I past my bedtime for like 20 minutes, and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, actually, like, what am I doing? And I realized like I was just scrolling, like just for dopamine and shit. Like, so I was like just working all day, and I just needed like, I didn't need it, but you know what I mean, she needed like a break, and then I just used Reels to do that. But it was stupid. But I realized that, and I realized how clouding and deluding it is. Like, it literally clouds you. I'm not saying that scrolling is the worst thing, but if you're doing it consistently for hours a day, like, because my Instagram Reels is kind of actually educational, I would say. But, like, it gets to a point where, like, you shouldn't really be scrolling on Reels anyways. But, yeah, so, what was I saying? Yeah, so, yeah, when you have that one thing, I'm so focused on that one thing, and I feel every guy should be. Nothing, scrolling doesn't matter to me. And when I realize I've scrolled, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why am I scrolling? This doesn't matter to me. This doesn't matter to the world. Like, this scrolling, video games, like, all this fake crap, junk food. Like, I don't mind like having a nice meal once in a while, like with my family, but I'm saying, like, it's so like unimportant to me because I've got one thing on my mind and it's all I care about. Until I achieve that goal, nothing else matters. And it's as simple as that. Until I achieve that goal, nothing else matters to me. And that's the harsh truth, and that's how it should be. I'm not saying that your world needs to be boring and mundane. I'm just saying that nothing else matters besides my goal. And it's simple. And the only thing I can do to achieve that is by taking that action. Action defeats all for a reason. Instead of being complacent, instead of acting stupid and acting like you're tired and stuff, just take the action. Like, there's nothing stopping you but your own mind from taking the action. If you want to start a business, start a business. There's literally nothing stopping you besides your own mind. You're literally your dreams here, you're here. The thing in the middle is the action. Take that action and you'll achieve it. Simple. Because 1 + 1 always equals 2. Okay, so if you're consistently putting in the work, you're consistently taking action every single day, it's impossible to fail. No matter if it takes you a month, a year, or 10 years, you will get to that goal. It's simple, because people attach too much deadlines and time frames to their goals. I'm not, okay, I'll be real. I wanted to make 10K a month by 17, and that is my goal, and I'll do everything in my power to achieve it. But if I don't achieve it, of course I won't be happy with myself and I will work even harder. But I know I'm going to achieve that. So it's simple. The only reason I set that deadline is I set that deadline from my younger self, and it's been like a year, so it's very realistic, if anything, to achieve that in a year. Less than a year, from August. Yeah, but like, it's achievable to. There's people doing it in like 6 months, so it's very achievable. But yeah, so with like, stop setting deadlines. It's all about delayed gratification. You've got to be prepared to be able to take action for either 6 months, looking for 6 months, or looking for 6 years. It just comes down to how bad you want it. How bad do you want it? You've got to be able to do whatever it fucking takes. I'm being dead serious. Whatever it takes. It doesn't matter what you have to endure. It doesn't matter. He who has a why can bear any how, and that is simple. It's easier said than done, but when you have that why, it's so simple. You realize how stupid and unimportant everything else is, because it is. When I start having these arguments, when I have an argument, I'm like, this doesn't matter to me. Not like in this. I'm speaking to you guys directly, so I'm gonna speak out of confidence. I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, but I'm thinking, in the grand scheme, this doesn't matter. This doesn't help me. And then I realize, okay, why did I do this? How can I improve as a person from this experience if I have an argument? And like, what did I do wrong? Because everything is my fault. If an argument started, I clearly had something to do with it. And if I didn't, I accept that. I forgive. Simple. That's kind of a segue. But you've just got to understand that. Sorry, I keep banging my desk with my chair because I'm at like an angle. But that was kind of serious, guys. I feel like, what do you think about this lying? It's kind of, yeah, that was. Sorry. I know this is a bit of a different angle than normal videos. I got like the softbox. I got like my light on. It's early as fuck. But look, we got my work list. We got the fake plant that I also use in organic. We got the books. We got the chessboard that I got like 2 years ago. Some work, some props in that bag. Sticky notes. Bro, we're actually grinding. Those are my goals. Like, just. And then I want this, like, to show you this is all very, like, realistic. Like, I may not be where I want to be, and I may not work where you want me to be, but I'm gonna make it. And, like, I'm sure whoever's watching this will too. If you're genuinely listening to what I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm like all knowing, but I have some decent levels of knowledge to have this discipline. And again, like, it all just comes down to taking the first step. It's the hardest step, but that is the most important step. Taking the first step is where what will get you, and it just comes down to whatever it takes.